Well, hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast.
What's up, fellas?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing phenomenally well.
Phenomenal. That's
Yeah.
a hard. Whew.
Even better now, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
way
yeah.
better.
Yeah. Way
Now that I'm
better?
looking at you two, oh my gosh.
Is this love?
Sight for sore eyes, I'll tell you that much.
Is this what it feels like? 'Cause
This
I'm
is what it feels
tingling.
like.
You've
This is what
never
it feels
felt
like.
love before? Aren't
No.
you getting married?
Well, but it's a
Yeah.
loveless marriage.
It's
yeah.
yeah, and you never talk to me that way anymore, Jason.
I'm not
so-
the one marrying you.
I know, but you should.
God, I
still.
wish. That would be so, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of people when I
Yeah.
when I pop the question when I posted it, and they're all like, "What? Oh, did he say yes? Did Jason say yes?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, he probably should.
Be great for the show.
It would be.
Yeah.
yeah. Our mythos would just
Yeah.
reach into the eternity.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, this is a hard side tangent to anything we had ever talked about. Sperry's, your shoes,
Sperry's.
dude.
Are you
Sperry's
anti or
like-
pro?
No, I love them.
Because sometimes I'm wearing Sperry's and people are like, these are so 15 years ago.
No.
And I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about.
No,
You
Sperry's
whack
are-
culture on sort of a fundamental level. People think of Sperry's as the boat shoe.
Yeah,
And
they
sure,
have-
they're a boat shoe.
They're
but
totally. I mean, but like, so I love Vans. I used to wear Vans all the time.
Yeah.
And then I put some Sperry's on. I'm like, ooh, these are better.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I like Vans still, but like, they're way more comfortable, and they look like Vans.
Yeah.
they're
I'm
comfortable.
also a Vans guy, so I alternate.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
Jason, you're a Sperry's guy?
No.
Okay.
I'm not anti-Sperry's.
Okay.
Though.
That's fine.
And I
you
can be
ever-
convinced. I'm open-minded.
Okay.
You know,
Are you?
I'm an open. It's 2023. You
Yeah.
can't afford to not be open-minded about shoes.
Very
Right.
true.
The shoes are very important.
Yeah.
Do you like that? The shiz.
Shoes. Let's
Shoes.
get some shoes.
Get
Oh,
some
shoes.
shoes.
Let's
I love
party.
it.
I feel like we
Shoes.
have a shared like youth.
I think so.
Like we were just
yeah.
talking about Four Loko earlier.
Yeah, and
like
we know what Four Loko is.
Very much these things are formative.
Have
Yeah.
you had a Four Loko?
I have.
What
was
does it
great.
taste like?
It tastes like the color red.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it tastes like red sparkling like juice.
I associate the color red with rage.
It's similar. Yeah. you get a lot of rage from
So
it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
you must have had the original recipe.
Yes,
Four
I had
Loko.
OG Four Loko.
The OG.
I'm surprised you survived, man.
Oh, I mean, of course, several surgeries later, I'm here
Yeah.
today, but
Wow.
Those
yeah.
things, we
Damn.
did some research on it last night. This is a weird intro, but we did some
No, this is
research.
the only way it should go.
We did some research on it last night, and it was giving people like heart attacks in traffic and stuff. Because there's
The
like a
best
little
place
bit of
to have one.
alcohol in it.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, I think there was too much alcohol, and that was
Yeah.
the point. Like,
Yeah, I
A,
think
you
that
shouldn't
was
be
what
drinking,
really
but
got
yeah.
it taken off the market.
Yeah.
They were
yeah.
ahead of their time.
I mean, if someone did it nowadays, it might be different
Yeah.
or not.
welcome
think it
back to Mamiyamigos. That's the name of the podcast.
Yes.
We have Ben on.
Oh,
Ben,
yeah.
How do you
Who
say
are
your
you?
last name?
Fraternale.
Fraternale.
Yeah, it
Fraternale,
means
okay.
like brotherhood in Italian.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we're
That's
brothers
sick.
as
We
of
are.
now.
Yeah.
You got Stromboli in your veins.
I got Stromboli everywhere, and it's not good.
You run a very successful YouTube channel called In an Instant.
Yeah.
I mean, not as successful as you two.
Well,
but-
no. Shh.
And I would say it's a lot of I mean, as the name implies, it's a lot of instant film.
Yeah.
But you also do color negative.
Yep.
Have you done color positive?
I haven't done a slide film episode, but
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
it's appeared in the show
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about where were you the moment you had In an Instant?
I was sitting in my studio.
Okay.
And I was wearing probably this outfit exactly.
Okay.
I
fair.
was going on YouTube.com
Yeah.
/content.
Content,
And
yeah.
I was looking at what was currently being produced in like the Polaroid YouTube space.
Okay.
And it wasn't that there weren't any channels doing it.
Okay.
But I felt like there was a void of,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was no like targeted big effort happening to make like
totally.
nicer produced Polaroid content. And I was like, if you find a void on YouTube, you got to like do something about it.
You gotta slide
Yeah,
in.
yeah, you got to exploit the void.
Yeah. But so then you were already like hard into Polaroid instant stuff
Yes.
in general.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like, this is my jam.
Yeah.
No one's taking it away from me. I'm
Yeah.
gonna spread it on everything.
I spread it everywhere.
and eat it.
Yeah. Oh, I ate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the sort of odd aspect of it was I'm a huge Polaroid guy. Like Polaroid is my blood and soul and everything.
Do you have a Polaroid tattoo?
I don't, but I'm gonna get one.
Oh, yeah?
Next, I'm getting an Elvis tattoo. Then I'm getting a Polaroid tattoo.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So I decided, at least for the first like 2 years, to keep every video pretty much about Polaroid.
Totally. Yeah.
I started expanding because instant film, obviously, there's a limit to how many products can be released.
Oh yeah,
And,
I mean, totally. Yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah.
That. It's like film photography is a niche.
Yeah.
Instant film photography is like you're digging in nichier.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a word. But
Now it is.
okay, cool.
So that was really the challenge early on. Actually, it wasn't a challenge early on
Yeah.
because I felt there were limitless videos that I could do.
Okay, yeah.
But then there was a period where I thought I should really be making videos about what I'm passionate about right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's like when I had to make some concessions and be like, okay, I'm gonna have to make some videos about this medium format camera I love right now.
Yeah,
Or panoramas on Sprocket. You know, it's just
Yeah.
whatever I was loving. I feel like that was really important because otherwise, as you guys know, it just starts grinding.
Right. Why do something?
Do you feel like you had like a long list of ideas when you first started the channel, and now it's kind of like, just do whatever?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. 100%.
Whatever works. Yeah.
I started the channel with like 5 to 10 videos already made.
That's
Like I
the way to
started
do it.
shooting it in
shit,
2019.
Yeah.
And so I came out of the gate, I was like, we're doing weekly content.
Oh,
you know?
you came out strong,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oops.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should have spread this.
Then I
out.
had to change to bi-weekly, but you know how that
yeah.
goes.
Yeah. No, totally.
Weekly
yeah.
is like the hardest thing. I cannot believe
Yeah,
how some
I
people
applaud
do
the
it.
people who can do weekly.
Weekly's crazy.
It's yeah. I mean, especially if you have like, I don't know, anything else you want to do
With your
or
life.
You don't have if you don't have a team. Like,
Yeah.
If you had a team weekly, yeah, whatever. I could see that. That's
Yeah.
easier. Not easy.
Because no matter
Content's
what,
not
you
easy,
can
but-
shoot as much as you want, but then you've got this post-production bottleneck that's just going to kill you.
Yeah.
So that's really the main
yeah,
issue.
Exactly. Yeah. Totally.
What
yeah.
are, so we talked about this a little bit. We have some videos that we kind of like a lot more than others, and we're super happy with.
Totally.
What are your top three? that you're
Yeah,
just-
I would say the 20x24 video we did. Ethan Moses, this amazing, crazy guy. You might know him as Cameradactyl.
Yeah.
He created a 20x24 camera
Right.
and bought like Fuji photo paper
Whoa, yeah.
and like mounted everything into a truck, chemicals, the
yes.
camera, everything. He brought it to New York. And I made a video with him for like 2 days about this process and taking people's portraits. That was unbelievable.
Dude.
We did tintypes in an SX70. That was like, that's like
wow.
an like doesn't have a lot of views that episode, but I love
How the
that.
fuck do you even
It's
do that?
crazy.
Yeah.
You have to cut
Yeah.
tins so that the pick arm in the camera doesn't withdraw the photo. So like you insert the film in a dark room and then the camera cannot eject it because it's like doesn't have the area to pick it.
Oh, yeah.
So then you just take it out of the camera and develop it with your tintype.
Dude, I feel
that
like-
just blew my mind.
That is insane. And I feel like instant photography or those cameras, for some reason, maybe it's because they're not as precious as, you know, as another camera could be. But you're just like, yeah, fuck it. I'll break this thing.
Right, yeah.
And then I'll just like get another one. on
There's
eBay or
so many
something,
mods you
like-
can do with these things.
Yeah, totally. And then you really get into some really crazy stuff.
Yeah. Can you-
Tintypes, man, wow.
Can you modify like an SX70, the pick arm to be like extra strong so it just shoots?
You can, and
Yeah,
some
yeah.
people have done that.
Oh, really?
There was a movie that like a movie producer emailed me. They're like, we're trying to do this scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, can you
wow.
advise on how to do this? We need Polaroids to just be shooting out of the camera like constantly.
Whoa, what kind of
and I was like,
movie?
I don't know how to do this. It was probably Polaroid the movie, the
Polaroid
horror
the
movie.
mo-
Avatar?
Yes.
I really want to
The
do
way
like a
Polaroid-
live commentary of the movie Polaroid.
Yeah.
It's a horror film where the SX70 kills you.
Dude, that's pretty amazing. Wait, is it? Hold on. Is that a real thing?
It's a real movie.
That's a
I'm not
real
joking
movie?
around right
Is
now.
it? Has it been
came
made?
out like 3 years ago. Like they show the camera and like it flashes the subject, and then I guess they're doomed to die or something.
Oh,
like
so-
once the Polaroid's
like
taken
cursed
off you.
or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and of
yeah.
course there's no flash unit on it, but the camera still flashes anyway.
Dude,
They
are
didn't
they
reach
just-
out enough.
Are they just like, fuck, guys, we're running out of ideas.
The
People like Polaroid.
I mean, just the first image is like someone's hand on fire, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
But like,
Gotta watch the movie to find out.
Yeah,
dude.
Polaroid.
Okay,
cool,
we
yeah.
should do like a live commentary.
I'm down to like rejoin the show to do a live
Dude,
commentary
that-
episode on Polaroid.
That's insane. So you are now part of Brooklyn Film Camp.
Yeah.
Like, you're one of the dudes.
Yeah, that's
you
that's
know?
another crazy thing.
Which is crazy. And so
Yeah.
where does In an Instant fit in with? Because I know you're now managing, doing
Yeah.
that channel. That's
Yes.
Is that
Yeah,
now
yeah.
your new outlet, your new channel?
It's
your new...
kind of like insane. I'm doing that and In an Instant.
Okay,
So I'm
cool.
doing BFC
Okay.
TV In an Instant
Cool.
and my own like video production career work
Okay.
and
Oh wow, yeah.
working like with BFC on another level, like
Yeah.
back end stuff.
When are you taking a vacation? Jeez. I mean,
Hopefully
come on,
soon.
dude.
I mean, my gosh, it's tough. Like
Pushing
it's
out content left and right. Man.
I know
There's so much.
It's really
Yeah.
insane, and I was worried about burnout, obviously.
Totally.
And I've felt burnout from time to time, but
Yeah.
I also feel that like the people involved always make me like super excited to keep going, keep pushing, and
totally. I could see that like probably in an instance you
Yeah.
completely. No one else
Correct,
is really
yeah.
like doing anything. Kind of like, but having BFC probably now is good because there's like interjection of yeah, like creative thought, energy, you know, maybe even a little help.
Right.
You know,
it's a unique. It was a unique change because with our YouTube channels, you know, you could do really whatever you want.
Totally,
and that's like a great feeling.
Yeah.
And then when you have to make some content that's like more beholden to what does a business need to make a video about?
Yeah,
like we're trying to sell self timers, so we need to make a video about self timers.
Yeah.
That seemed maybe initially like that was going to be kind of annoying, but it's not. It's like it's fun to take on that challenge.
Well, it's also like you're not trying to sell silverware.
Right.
You know,
and if we were, I'd probably be digging it.
You probably you'd be like, this is the best silverware.
Love
ever.
sporks, but
If anyone can sell silverware to me, it'd be you.
I think
so.
so. Pros and cons segment on a spork.
You're gonna do a deep dive in the spork.
Back in 1949.
Like, sell me this spork. Do you have a spork?
There you go. There's another thing you should do. Sell me a spork and make it on your channel. Yeah, it's an instant spork.
It's a spork. The other fun thing about those videos is because my career is in video production.
Yeah,
it's kind of like just being hired to make videos but it's about a topic I really love.
Yeah.
So that's a rarity, as you guys know.
Totally.
Like,
well, I mean, one of the first conversations I remember having through Instagram with you is like, I saw your NASA video.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, you killed it. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. And then we just started talking about film production a little bit and everything. And we, you know, where you kind of, why you were going in the direction, where your direction was going, blah, blah, blah. And I was like,
I felt like we connected on that.
Yeah, totally.
And the idea of like bringing filmmaking into YouTube, which is more common now, but for a while that's like something you have to learn to do.
Yes.
Like how do I bring my narrative ideas and way I edit into YouTube?
Yeah.
Totally.
You know?
Well, I mean, when we were working together at our visual effects company, I remember you're like, I was gestating on a film idea for like a short film of mine. And Jason was like, just do a YouTube channel or something. Like, you're not getting your creative. And I was like, YouTube? What are you talking about? Like, I don't know. And then it just, then you open my eyes like, oh, wait, YouTube is not, because at that time for me, YouTube was like, how do you do the thing? Like, you go, how to change your oil in your car, which I've never done, by the way, so I don't know why I said that. But
you've never changed the oil in your car ever?
I mean, I've looked at it. I was like, bleep, bleep, bleep. Yes, I need to have
and
that
then
oil
you just
change.
lick it clean.
Yeah, I'm like,
Okay, your oil's probably sludge by now.
Yeah, well, probably. I mean, I get professionals to do that. I'm making YouTube videos now, bro.
Yeah.
No, it's been changed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's maybe why I need a new car. No. Shit, I don't even know where I was going now. Oh, but you opened up my eyes to like
A whole new world.
a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew.
It was, I think we were just looking for a creative outlet.
Yeah.
And
totally.
YouTube kind of fulfills that because you can just pump out shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And like a lot of it, I'm pretty happy with.
Oh, for sure. Because my short films, I was like spending like 2 years on.
Totally.
Like, why am I like? And now I'm pumping out a video every 2 weeks. You're like, whoa, what is happening?
Yeah,
here?
exactly.
You know? And then for me, actually, it changed my way of thinking about short films. I'm like, why are you so precious about these things? You probably suck at writing anyway.
And when you're going through the gauntlet of making a video every 2 weeks, your skills are getting like chiseled.
Yes.
Like you get better at, I think especially editing.
Yeah.
Like I've always been an editor, but I feel in the sort of like breakneck speed of having to edit so much YouTube,
Totally. Yeah.
you learn more tricks, you figure out your workflow even better.
My hotkeys are like boom, boom. I'm like,
I can't even imagine. Seeing you on the hotkeys.
Dude, we were doing the edit for the first episode of this thing, and Jason's like, whoa, you're like flying on that keyboard. I'm like, no,
Do you guys edit next to each other like you're watching?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
We hold each other's hands.
Oh, I love that.
We did it for the first episode.
We did, yeah.
The second one, we're like, we spent too much time together.
What is it like working together in this capacity? Because you guys have kind of been like tangentially working together in a way.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if working together is the right word, but.
No.
Yeah.
It hasn't really changed anything. I don't think I've thought of anything different, really. No. There's just more camera.
Natural
pointing.
flowing.
Yeah.
Do you ever like work with somebody that you just kind of like creatively,
Yeah,
you guys are just totally not on the same page?
Oh yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I can feel that from you too.
This is a great episode. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, it's not sexual tension. It's just we hate each other.
Okay, because it's easy to confuse the two.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could no, it's good. It's good. Okay, so then let's talk about the career portion of your existence in life.
Yes.
So what? Tell me more. Tell me more.
Tell you more?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, do you have a car?
I have a car. I have a Jeep Wrangler, 2018 JK. I do a lot of commercial photography and video work with like agencies in New York. That's like the main way I operate. I used to do like mom and pop shop videos or coffee shop videos, but I basically don't do that anymore. I do like brand videos. And for a while I was so into that. And I was pushing so hard into that. And then COVID, a lot of stuff crumbled because every shoot that was planned collapsed.
Oh, totally.
And that hurt. I was like, oh man, I've been working so hard up to this point. And that's when Kyle basically reached out. And so I was like, all right, you're catching me at exactly the right time.
I need a job.
Yeah. But
money.
now that everything's sort of coming back into the fold, I'm on a video every week and doing BFC every week. So it's interesting. My wife, I don't know if she loves it so much, but
well, she's like, we're never ever gonna see you again.
Like, when are we gonna kiss again?
Oh wow.
Is that bad?
Didn't realize it was that bad. Sorry.
I'm
No wonder all your
joking,
videos-
Lauren, I'm joking.
You're joking.
No wonder all your videos look so goddamn professional.
Oh yeah, because he's a fucking professional, unlike us hacks.
Well, I think you guys also. I mean, you guys are also pros. And you brought that into your channels. That gives you a head start.
Honestly, like anyone who's starting a YouTube that doesn't know how to do this stuff, I do applaud you. To be fair, just like you, I've been editing my entire life. I've been editing since I was in 8th grade. Like I was on, I don't know, no one's gonna know this. Maybe you will. Pinnacle System. Do you remember the Pinnacle System?
Pinnacle?
Dude.
Share childhood.
Boom. I remember crying because Pinnacle wouldn't work on my PC. And all I wanted to do was edit my video. And my mom was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like she's like, you know, and now I'm here still crying, but over other reasons.
Did you ever get it to work? Are you still trying?
I'm still trying. Pinnacle was but it was over, like it was before, I mean, Windows Movie Maker was around, I think.
Pinnacle was the first software I used that allowed me to overlay one piece of video with another. So like I could create graphics now that appear over footage. And I was like, that is what I've always been wanting.
You just composited.
It was
Hell yeah.
It gets way crazier.
So I think, so I mean, we knew what we were doing. So it definitely helps. Like I think that's what helps us pump through content. I mean, it's just
for sure.
So yeah.
I also think it's an interesting challenge, I think, for some photographers, because I personally expect a photography YouTube channel to look good. Like if you're pitching your expertise as an image maker, you can't come out here looking like, you know, you don't know what you're doing. But it is so hard.
I mean, and then the other thing is, like, you know, you sometimes think that because there's a lot of professionals who go from video to photo to photo to video to whatever, and you'd think like sometimes those things cross over, but they don't sometimes. And it makes a lot of sense, you know.
And I think over the last 10 years, like professional photographers have confronted the reality that they have to learn video, because so many people are getting hired for jobs where you got to record B-roll if you want to do this event shoot. And it's like, all right, well.
We kind of had this conversation the other day. Do you think if like if you started a new channel, do you think you could nowadays find an alternate way to like get to the same place you're at?
Interesting question. Wow. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't think so.
Do you ever have different ideas? Be like, that would be a cool YouTube channel in the same space?
Yeah. I mean, definitely to go back to like, what is the topic of the channel? Because I for so long was making only instant film topic channels. So I do wonder sometimes, you know, if I had started more broader, would that have helped? But I honestly don't think it would have. I think it would have put me at a disadvantage, because the instant like niche, I think, helped a lot. I mean, I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but when I started the channel, I had recorded like I said, like 10 videos. I posted the first 2. The next week, it was March 3rd. So like Rona was about to hit. It was about to drop. And I was visiting my cousin in Worcester, Massachusetts. And I just opened Reddit for like 1 second. And there's a thread that says, what is this camera? And it was a Polaroid Now. with the clean Polaroid branding. Didn't say Polaroid Originals. It was just inside a Target.
Yeah.
And he was like, what is this? This is different branding. This is a new camera.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, someone put that on the shelf by mistake. 100% that's not released yet. And I was like, all right, would you mind going with me to Target? Like, we should check out Target right now, just see if another Target has made this mistake. So we go to the electronics department. That camera's not out there. I go up to the guy who's at the counter, and I'm like, we really need this. I made up some story. I was like, it's my daughter's birthday. I don't have a daughter. Not yet. And I kind of like gave him a little sob story, like told him it was really urgent. Yeah. And he like turned the computer around and allowed me to like type in what I was looking for. And he's like, oh yeah, actually we have that in the back. So he pulls out a pre-release Polaroid Now and the film that they hadn't released yet.
He got fired, didn't he?
Well,
you ruined his life.
Thankfully, I don't know his name, so I didn't drop his name. But it allowed me to make an entire video about the Polaroid Now before Polaroid had announced it. Wow. And I was being like a little shit and releasing it.
Yeah.
And
did you release it before it was released?
Yeah.
So you're like,
I was so. Now I look back and I'm like, what the?
Okay, so whoa. I didn't realize this. Wow. Did Polaroid come after you?
They did immediately.
Yeah.
So the day I posted it on the Impossible Project Facebook group, and immediately I was getting so many views. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I just started this channel.
Yeah.
It basically was like a launching point for the channel. And within 2 hours, Polaroid emailed me.
And it was built on a lie.
Yeah, it was they're like, what are you doing? Or like, how did you get this?
Yeah.
But we like this. That was the thing. Oof. They said we like the video.
Yeah.
You can make it private and then re-release it on this day. And they told me the release day.
Yeah.
And it started my relationship with Polaroid.
Yeah.
And started them taking notice of like what I was doing within 2 weeks of the channel starting.
Dude,
so that was insane.
That's an awesome
story.
That's so cool. Yeah.
So like, I don't even know if there could have been another path for an instant because it was like so ridiculous that happened. Well, it was great because it started that relationship, and then when like the Polaroid Go was coming out, they reached out and they were like, "Do you want to be a part of this campaign?"
Yeah.
And I was like, totally. "Yeah, like yes, father."
I'm gonna pass.
Actually, I don't know. It's kind of little.
It's a little.
I'm not sure if it's for me, but that was cool because I basically made an instant video for Polaroid.
Yeah.
And there was very little oversight. They just like reviewed the script, and it was pre to post working with them.
Oh, cool.
So now my relationship with them is like super solid.
Okay,
which is awesome.
Cool. So then you know what they're working on at every moment of time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Do you have an NDA signed, or are you gonna?
I do. They make me sign so many NDAs. Like, I figure one NDA would cover it.
Yeah.
But every time they're about to tell me something, like here's an NDA, here's an NDA. They're a very European company.
Okay.
So they're very like above board, very strict.
Cool.
You know.
Cool.
There's this small show back in the day, Lost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you?
Yeah.
It was pretty small.
You're talking about the
it's not that good though.
ABC original series Lost?
I think so.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't see it, I don't think. And
it was pretty small though.
I have a Lost tattoo.
You do?
I have a What Would John Locke Do tattoo.
What would John Locke do?
That's what I'm asking. So that's why I have to keep reminding myself.
Yeah.
Since I got the tattoo, I have kept thinking, like, what did I mean by getting that?
What did,
Like, what does that question actually even mean? I got it in college. I don't regret it because, I'm wearing
I feel like you're not a person who regrets things.
No, not at all.
You either go full intent or you kind of half intent, but then you're like, you know what, fuck it.
Yeah, like there was a reason I did that.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the same reason I would have now.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. Isn't it still going?
No, I wish. Oh my God, I wish.
Did you get it before the show wrapped up?
I got it the year after the show ended.
Okay. So at least you kind of...
I went in knowing the ending of the show.
Okay. What?
Do you like the ending of Lost?
Okay, so here's the thing. We got a little insight to you, and
okay,
we're really fucking with you. Yeah.
I literally proposed to my wife in Hawaii, like in the bamboo forest from the first episode.
Yeah. Wait, so then is J.J. Abrams? I'm sorry, we'll go to your question in a second. Is J.J. Abrams like your man? Like,
well, J.J. Abrams is daddy a little bit, or he was when I was little.
Oh, okay.
But the truth is, J.J. Abrams was very, very much not involved with Lost.
Yeah.
He helped launch the show, directed the pilot, but did not show run the series. Damon Lindelof did.
I have a lot of questions for you about Lost.
I love that.
Okay.
Because
cool.
I was... the
Lost
first like
Amigos.
I was lost.
Yeah.
The first 2 or 3 seasons I was so into it. Did you ever feel like they kind of were just writing it and didn't know where they were going with it?
So my take on that is the reality of the situation is that every TV show until maybe the last few years, especially network TV shows, could not pre-write their shows. So there was a reality to the fact that, of course, they were writing it as they went with the idea of what the ending would be. But it's like, how do you string 25 episodes in a season and maintain the same script that you had pre-written in 2004? Like, it's not possible. But Lost was the first show ever on network TV to negotiate its ending with the network. So the Damon Lindelof and Carlton Cuse went to ABC and said, we cannot keep making the show like this. We need to end the show so that we can end it. Like, it's a story with an ending. And so at that point, they wrote out pretty much the last 3 seasons. And so those are really, in my opinion, tight. Like seasons 4, 5, and 6.
I can understand. The first 3 seasons, what it had going for it was the mysteries and stuff. And the stuff you always are like, ooh, I want to know. But then those mysteries kind of, for me, fall off, and then it does become tight as a story.
And a character show. And that's what's easy to forget. And people get really frustrated, especially they weren't trained on prestige TV. Like, the show debuted in 2004. Like, people were not expecting a show to challenge them like that. And so a lot of people got pissed. They were like, this show is too timey-wimey. It's insane. I can't keep track of this. Like, the mysteries are pissing me off.
Kind of a side story. My brother, so he was a Make-A-Wish kid. And he was deciding between 2 different Make-A-Wishes, and one was to go on the set of Lost.
Oh my God.
And the other was to go to Egypt, like, full expenses paid. He chose Egypt. But it was
that,
so close.
Oh my God. That is kind of funny.
Damn.
You didn't tell me the Lost part. That's funny.
Now, as an adult, though, I'm like, honestly, if you went on set, you'd just see a bunch of stressed out humans.
Yeah, it's true.
No, totally. Yeah. They're like, what? But the polar bear.
Yeah. Well, you know, we love a good polar bear.
Yeah. So John Locke. So was he your favorite? Is that?
Yeah, he was my favorite in the sense that, like, this was a character that was more philosophically open-minded to start the show. And I was kind of inspired by that. Lost catching me when I was like 12 years old. Like, that is such an impressionable time.
Yeah, totally.
And so I was like, okay, this guy's like open-minded. The show is so sick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super into the mysteries of this.
Yeah.
It made me want to make like movies and TV. I got inspired by Lost from that side of things.
Cool.
So I kind of grew up on it.
Yeah.
So hence the tat.
So that makes sense. But the ending though. But like,
I like the ending.
Okay, so you like the ending. Tell me why.
Well, there had to be at least one person.
I know. Because
so the
ratio is not
let me
good
clear
on
the air for everyone watching at home. If you haven't seen Lost, the thing you'll probably hear most commonly is that they were dead the whole time. That's what people think occurs at the end of Lost.
Okay.
That is not the case.
Yeah.
And once you like understand that, if you don't like the ending, I'm fine with it.
Okay.
But if you think that that's what happened, I'm like, miss me entirely with that.
Okay, so then why
I don't want to talk to you about that.
Why weren't they dead the entire time?
Well, they like everything that we watched occur in the series of Lost occurred.
Okay.
Like in real life.
Yeah.
And then the 6th season has this tangential, like, purgatorial storyline.
Yeah.
That didn't take place, you know, in the real world.
Okay.
But people confuse those two, and the ending was a little bit like heady, and I think a lot of people missed that.
Okay.
And so it turned a lot of people super against Lost. And now I gotta like defend it. Now
I gotta come on shitty podcasts and defend it
on this show, but I'm happy to. I went on a Lost tour where they drive you around in a Hummer and they bring you to all the locations in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And the tour guide was like, "You guys know they were dead the whole time, right?" And I was like, "What the?
You're like, stop
How
this
many
car
thousands
right
of
now.
people have you told in this Hummer?"
You're like, I can choke this guy, I think.
Pulled up an article where Damon Lindelof was like, "This is not what happens at the end. Like, please stop telling people that."
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Well, whatever. I was in the show. He was an extra in 10 episodes."
How do you feel about Star Wars?
Okay, good question.
That's the first question, but then
Good question.
Yeah.
I love The Force Awakens, episode
okay,
7.
Okay.
I really love The Last Jedi. I think Rian Johnson is like the GOAT right now.
We are now done.
Yeah. No, that's a controversial standpoint right now.
Yeah.
I really, really love The Last Jedi. I think it like challenges everything Star Wars has brought to the table. It like subverts the path of you have to be in this family to be like a Jedi. Like it cuts Luke down, which I love. Like it resets everything. And then episode 9, I think, made a mess of it because it had to like undo some of that and then still catered episode 7. However, have you seen freaking Andor?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Andor is
He
crazy.
Seen it, and it's the best Star Wars.
Andor is the best piece of Star Wars content I think that's come out.
Oh yeah, totally.
Have you seen Solo? What are your opinions
Okay.
for it?
Solo, I'm like mixed on.
Okay, why?
So,
'Cause that's amazing.
I think Solo is fun. I've seen it a bunch.
Okay.
But I think my expectations were Rogue One because this was the first Star Wars spinoff movie.
Yeah.
And then when they gave us Solo, I was like, okay, that's a little bit less like.
Yeah, but
I'm less like emotionally charged by this.
You like Rogue One more?
I love Rogue One. Hence why I love Andor so much.
I mean, I love Andor because the story in Andor is great.
Yeah.
That's why I.
You don't think the story in Rogue One's good?
But I don't particularly. I don't think the character development in Rogue One.
I think the characters are pretty weak.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I don't care that they die. Like, cool.
Right.
That's fine with me. Sorry if anyone hasn't seen it, then whatever. But
yeah,
like,
some characters
they can
pass
die.
away.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, like that's on you.
2016. So
Yeah.
I mean, you know they pass away because in 77, yeah.
Like, I don't care, but at least make me care about them in this time and space. And like when people like sacrifice themselves for no reason, like Force
Awakens
it's
for the cause,
fantastic,
I mean.
but it's like, yeah, I know, but it's like,
I get a lot out of Subversion. I'll bring that word up again. Like Rogue One took a Star Wars universe, which is like super shiny, super polished, and decided to like dig underneath it.
No, and I love
that.
that.
I love. And that's why Andor is so great.
Oh,
it's
totally.
like
Andor's
this is the nitty gritty of what it would actually be like to live in this
100%.
hellhole of a universe.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. No, I
I gotta say,
the best.
Rogue One has some of the best like visual effects
Oh
I've
my
ever
god.
seen.
Yeah,
So
Rogue
good.
One is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Rogue One looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Visual effects fantastic.
Mads
And,
Mikkelsen,
like
all day.
Dude, I'll watch any movie he's in.
I want him to beat me up.
yeah.
I would love him to step on me.
Oh,
Yeah,
Just spit on you.
Yeah,
a little.
if Matt spit on me,
yeah.
I would be to the moon. What was your least favorite part of Last Jedi?
I don't like what they did to Luke.
Okay.
I think they made him a joke, and I just don't believe that the jokiness.
Luke versus Kylo Ren, like, oh my god!
I just wish like
the projection of Luke
he wasn't just so. I mean, that's cool. That stuff's cool. There's a lot of good stuff that I enjoy in there, like Benicio del Toro.
Oh my
or whatever.
God.
His character is phenomenal,
So
and the
great.
fact that like he's just like beep boop in there,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, whoa, that's a cool
He's so
character.
twitchy.
That's a cool like. I love how he sold him out. I love the entire thing of that,
Yeah.
right? But like also the whole side story of what they did to like Finn and Rose and going to that planet. That planet was awesome, but it didn't need to be there.
BB-8 in the
It was
casino?
bad. BB-8 in the casino. There's so many good stuff, but like at the end of the day, you're not telling me a good story, and I feel like they completely ruined Finn's character. Like Finn could have been so good.
Yeah, Finn and
they
Oscar.
ruined him. Oscar Isaac?
Yeah, his character they didn't really have. They should have
New
just been
Han Solo.
lovers. I mean, that would have.
To play devil's advocate, the thing with Luke is that movie's about failure. Like no one succeeds really in that movie.
Correct. Yeah.
and that's fine. And he could. I don't care that he's that. I just care there's so many jokes in that movie that I do not think work.
Oh, you
And
didn't like
that's-
him drinking the dinosaur?
the juice.
I'm not even gonna
We're
say
not
it.
gonna say that one. But yes, I don't like him drinking the juice and like being like. Like
I
and
liked
then he's
the juice. I want some. I mean,
well, that's a different story.
Yeah.
I want the juice.
There's
but,
bodegas
like,
with that juice.
I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah,
You have to especially ask for it.
yeah. Can I get that?
The
Luke
bodegas
juice?
have everything, by the way.
They do.
Wait, I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
When I go to Route 66 as much as I can.
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys just did a whole bender there. Did you use like Google to find locations? Or did you actually buy any like? There's a lot of guides for Route 66 that tell you how to get to places that literally aren't on maps anymore.
It is hard. There were definitely sections when we did Route 66 that I was like, I think this is the original highway because it's like
It's
just
so hard to
44,
stay on it.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm like, I think we should get off here
Yeah.
because I think that's actually the 66.
Anytime
that
you
kinda-
see old highway Route 66, it's like, I'll get off here.
Yeah,
and you end up on some
totally.
like discarded road.
And Google's just like turn left on like Y Road or something. I was like, who the fuck is naming these roads?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, well, I guess why?
Yeah,
I guess
why?
it's just
Yeah, why not?
Why? Yeah, no, there was. I think a lot of gems came from like back road. Like, let's
Yeah.
just pop off here. Let's see
100%.
what's up. You know.
Are you guys gonna go back at any point?
Yeah, we
Like,
had
do you
plans.
feel you have stones unturned there?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
We talk about it every once in a while.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we're worried that like if we go back in 5 years, things are just there's not going to be much left.
Yeah.
You know, everything's
all the
gets
more
hard.
reason to go as soon as possible.
Yeah.
totally.
totally.
So you check it out pretty often.
Yeah, I go like I try to go once or twice a year.
Yeah, but how do you? So what do you do though? Because like, I mean, New York's not close.
It's not at all. That's the
So
worst
it's like,
part about New York.
where
It's not
the-
close to that. I usually go to like Phoenix
Okay.
or start in LA and like just start
Oh, yeah,
driving
yeah.
like south.
Totally.
And I've like left from Oklahoma City before.
Okay.
I haven't done the Chicago southern route.
Yeah, we didn't do that part. We started in Kansas.
It feels like, aren't you trying to go to the west? And Chicago's not that. But Chicago has, and the connecting areas there, they have the most like living Route 66 stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where the road is still alive there. And we love dead stuff. We should film. We love dead stuff. Yeah, have you been to Utah?
No.
Bro,
oh my God, dude.
Utah's the craziest place.
Utah is so hype.
We shoot a lot of abandoned shit, and somebody sent us a map, and it had like 300 locations on it or something.
But that's the Google map that broke Google Maps.
Okay, that's the one that broke it.
We have, I think, 3 or 4 different Utah versions. Like we have Utah 01 and 02 and 03 and 04 because
when are you guys doing Utah?
Break it up
this year, hopefully.
This year.
Do you go more for the landscape or what are you shooting?
I love mid-century architecture, and I think what's like lovely in the West is that so much of that stuff is still around.
Cool.
Whether it's disused or active. I love talking to like the small business owners that run those places, and they're like, "I kept this sign going, I had Arnie here last night fixing the piping." And Utah is an example of like its landscapes. Utah is crazy like that. I drove through all like 5 national parks in one go last year. It was I was almost dead. I mean, I did it in like each park was a day. Yeah. So I was driving on my own for. I just slept on the way mostly. Yeah. Cruise control is crazy these days.
That's a time saver.
Yeah, it's a time saver.
It's like wiping before you shit.
Yeah, exactly. The pre-wipe. That's what I did earlier. The pre-wipe.
So that's what you were doing in the bathroom. You're like, I just got to get this out of the way, guys, for this podcast. Oh, man, that's really funny.
The landscapes. Did you go to Capitol Reef?
Capitol Reef. Most underrated national park.
I know. I drove through it last year, like a couple months ago, and it is so beautiful. I never even knew.
It's nobody talks about it because Arches and like Zion get all the hype. Yeah. And Capitol Reef I stayed at there's like a lodge that's right next to the entrance. Yeah. Red Rock Inn or something like that. Oh, okay. And oh my God, I had dinner there. It's like the only business in 20 miles. You go in there, it looks Jurassic. There's like basically dinosaur bones, but they're rocks. Yeah. And there's, it's so quiet. Yeah. Like you could die or do something really bad and no one would even hear you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Do you look for places like that are kind of
you could die?
Yes. Yeah. I love going to places where theoretically I could die or do something bad.
If I could do something good there, no.
Yeah, no. It's like, what's the point? What's the point? But I think photo adventuring alone is very therapeutic. It's very
I was just about to ask you that. Yeah.
Because I do a lot of solo trips.
Okay.
And I have a lot of photo friends who are like, do you want to do this stretch of this? And I'm like, yeah, but yeah. Okay. Yes, I'll do that. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, I gotta hit it on the way back or something because I need to like take my time, breathe.
Okay.
Because my life is so chaotic. Anywhere. Yeah, you can. No, please, no. Definitely hit me up.
No, but I mean, I think I get. I get you. I mean, we travel all the time together. So, but I think we are so much symbiotic in a weird way that like 100%. Are together all the time, but like we also can be alone, and it's like anytime you shoot with a new friend, because I totally get it. You kind of like I call it like the first date. The first date you gotta like get to know them.
How much does this guy like pulling over? How many times are we pulling this car over?
Are they?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Do they want to like talk to me the entire time, or am I gonna But like us, like there are so many times where we've like rolled up to a place and then we just take our own way.
That's cool.
And then, but then we like come back, it's like we got our own thing that it's really easy. And it's almost shooting. It's really easy.
Do you have any special projects coming up for your personal channel?
I'm doing a project right now that is like personal project where, and this has been done a million times, but it's an interesting process. I'm taking a Polaroid every day one a day on round frame. Okay. And I'm trying to have that one frame kind of like somewhat encapsulate what occurred that day. Okay. And then I'm writing. I've never been a guy who journaled before. Okay. But I'm like taking a little piece of paper, tucking it behind the Polaroid in the binder, and like jotting down what I did that day. Yeah. And I don't know whether everyone else has experienced this, but I found that like since coronavirus, I have just completely lost track of time. Like I don't know what day it is. Yeah. I don't know
Same.
I don't know where I am or what I did when. If someone's like, when did we go to that bar? I'm like, I don't freaking know.
That day?
Yeah, that day.
Whatever
and I found that like cognitively, I don't know what day it is right now. Is it Friday?
It's Friday.
That's better than I could have done before.
Yeah, Friday.
Like I am finding that I actually remember things now better through this project. So that's been huge.
That's cool.
Is that something you're going to share through the channel, or is that?
I think I will do like
a
a year-end thing because it is kind of like a personal project.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
There's photos in there I probably wouldn't normally share.
Yeah.
Do you ever get recognized around New York?
I have. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this because it was really funny. I was once on a shoot. The night before the shoot, I was staying in Times Square because the shoot was in the morning at 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm doing nothing. I'm just in this hotel in Times Square, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to smoke. So I smoke. I go outside. I'm just roaming in Times
Do
Square.
you smoke?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't know if you were
No,
just
no, no.
like,
I do, but I wouldn't normally do it in that context.
Okay.
It
Just
was
a
more
little bit
like
of meth every once in a while.
yeah, a skosh of meth.
Yeah, you just,
And I was like, why don't I just go out here? Like, no one's gonna recognize me as Times Square. Like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna. I'm not gonna know anyone. I felt like impervious to the world around me.
Yeah.
I smoked. I walk around. I'm having the best time. I got my Sprocket Rocket.
Yeah.
Got some Delta 3200 in there. I walked into Chick-fil-A. I'm like, let's do this. The cashier's like, you're Ben from In an Instant, and I was like, oh my fuck! I can't believe that someone would ever recognize me at a Chick-fil-A in Times Square. She gave me someone else's order. Like she was so like shocked.
Oh, wow.
I've been recognized
weird, right?
at gas stations in Cape Cod, like really random places.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, you guys must every day.
He gets it all the time.
I get it. Every once
They're
in a
like,
while.
hey, is that Grainydays? I'm like, yep. It
I
is.
was trying really hard. So I did this project where I got my motorcycle's license and did a road trip. I was trying really hard to keep like my motorcycle's license and my motorcycle like a secret for a while. And then I pulled up to a gas station. It was like the first week I had it. I pulled up to a gas station. The guy in front of me is like, "You got a motorcycle? Like, aren't you that guy?"
Holy
I
cow!
was like, "Fuck, it's already."
Yeah.
What's
it's
the
already blown.
weirdest interaction you've had with someone?
Somebody, we were in Joshua Tree. They saw you because you're like,
Yeah.
10
I love
feet
this
tall.
story because, and then this is great. This whole thing is keep going.
Okay, I love this.
You're like 10 feet tall. So they saw you from the street. They pull over, like in their car, get out, run up to me for some reason. And they're like, "I saw you from the street." And then they're like, "We're here on our bachelor party," right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
And they were with their dad. It was like a weird thing. His dad was like, "Yeah, he's getting married." And I'm like, so, congratulations. I guess
That's awesome.
Your dad.
Yeah, like I guess the safe thing is just be like, "Congratulations."
Yeah,
And
right,
they're like,
right.
Yeah. Thanks.
The funny thing,
Like,
well,
what happened, man? You're in your
Jesus
bachelor
Christ.
party. Like, are you guys just really hungover?
Yeah. And the funny part from me is like, because he remembered here, he noticed me. He's like, what he straight up says to Jason is, "Oh, I saw Caleb and then I saw you."
That's
and like I pulled
awesome.
over because of Caleb. But
That must have made you feel
and
great.
Then I'm standing there, like I hear the conversation, and Beer gets right next to me, and he's saying that out loud, and I hear him be like, he recognized me.
Yeah.
He doesn't come over and talk to me at all, and Beer gets like, does that ever get old? She's like, "Does that suck?" And I'm like, "It used to."
You know, it's just a lot of drive-by stuff. People screaming
Yeah.
shit at you. And like,
Yeah.
Because they're like, "That ass looks familiar." You know?
Yeah, well, of course. That's an ass that don't quit.
Yeah.
Totally.
Your ass notorious that doesn't quit at all.
And we're talking about Baxter's ass, though.
Yeah.
Well, of course. Yeah. What's the weirdest thing anyone's like given you?
One of the nicest things is a bottle of really nice whiskey.
Ooh,
Someone
that's
sent
very
me
nice.
Really nice whiskey. I'm sorry that I don't remember your name right now.
Oh no.
But I have the email, and you are awesome. Yeah, because I mean, we drink a lot of whiskey on our trips, and that was just like,
Yeah.
you know, we get film, and that makes sense, and it's a really, we love every gift that everyone ever has given us or whatever. But like that was on a slightly different level because it's like, oh, you're like paying attention past
Right.
just the film. It's almost as, I mean, maybe we have problem with alcohol, but you know.
No, I mean, you know, you can't have enough of
What
it.
about you? What about you? Have you had any gifts that like you're like?
Well,
oh, wow.
I haven't had that many weird ones. I was at I was shooting for Excedrin, the Advil replacement, in like a convention center in Boston, and some guy like ran up to me and was like, "Are you Ben from In an Instant?"
Yeah.
And he gave me like a ton of Japanese candy.
That's awesome.
So that was great though. It's like, you know,
You're like, I was needing some candy.
it's not film, but it's, you know, I could still go down on this. Oop, I didn't mean to say that.
This candy don't know what hit 'em.
Wow, you really love candy, huh?
I really love candy.
This has been in an instant.
How do you deal with the legality of other people making like Grainydays YouTube channels?
The legality.
Are there other?
I'm
Grainy
sure
Days?
there are.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's another channel called Grainydays.
Oh yeah,
With, like, a
I don't think
S?
I've told this story before. Actually, when I first started the channel, there was somebody else who had the name, but I registered it before them.
Oh,
and
wow.
I don't know exactly what happened. They must have seen my channel and named it that. They already had like 1,000 followers from something else.
Okay.
And then I messaged them and I was like, there can only be one or something like that. I was like leaving that on their videos.
Yeah.
And then eventually I think they reached out and were like, okay, I'll change it.
Wow, that's so nice.
But they still make like YouTube film content.
Oh yeah, but they're just under a different name though.
Different name.
Okay.
But you had the actual the like the at Grainydays or whatever the hell, right? That's when you
I
registered, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, it's I mean, it's flattering. I also see like 50, my Instagram name is 50 Shades of Jason.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of like 50 Shades of ass or 50 Shades of, whatever.
Yeah. You got all the derivations. Yeah.
So it's cool. Yeah. I mean,
do you see any of that? Like, are there anything that kind
there
of
were people who were making like in an instant Instagram handles for
Okay.
sure. Because my Instagram name isn't even in an instant.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't available at the time.
Right.
But yeah, the biggest like hurdle I've run into is that my channel visually had a lot of Polaroid iconography when I started. And then when I did the Polaroid Go content for Polaroid, they were like, we also need to like take a look at this. Like how can we adjust your visual style? Because it's a little bit too like aligned with Polaroid.
Right.
So I had to make some adjustments. Like my logo's a little different, my color's a little different.
Yeah.
But people didn't really notice.
they didn't want you to be like directly associated.
Yeah. Because it's like, here's a video with all Polaroid's graphics essentially. I'm
Yeah.
talking about Instax.
Yeah.
They don't want that.
Yeah. No, that.
And I
that makes a
totally
lot of
understood.
That makes a lot of sense.
Like coming
Yeah,
from
for
our
sure.
backgrounds, like we are trained to think about that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's why I call the channel in an instant and not like in a Polaroid. Or
Yeah.
Because I knew I was gonna like.
Polaroid doesn't have as much of a range.
Walk into a buzzsaw if I did that.
Yeah. In an Instax.
Do you remember your first negative comment on YouTube?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question.
I got one, and I remember I went to like a photo exhibit. I had a photo exhibit later in that day, or it was your photo exhibit.
Oh yeah.
And I was kind of just in a downer mood. I was like, I just want to support
noticed
Caleb, and I was like,
But he was like crying the entire time.
Sure, yeah, sobbing in the club.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you need to celebrate me.
and I remember being like, they fucking hate me. You know?
I feel when I get a negative comment, which is not often, to be fair, which thankfully,
Yeah.
because I don't know how well I'd be able to handle it in volume. My first thought is like, what is wrong with this person?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, why would you write this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So immediately I'm thinking this person has a problem.
Oh.
They're writing this on my profile. They've probably got many other problems that
Yeah.
they're dealing with. And so it kind of immediately devalues whatever they said.
Yeah.
Because if you're the kind of person who would write this publicly,
Yeah.
you're the kind of person I would never care about.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like what
That's a
their
good way.
opinion is.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I either delete them because I want to keep
okay.
it clean.
Yeah.
Someone said this.
is it really
I think it was
bad?
maybe Matt Day or something, who was like, I think of my comments or my like community space as my corner of the internet.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is a place that I have the right to delete comments or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to use that right.
Yeah.
Like you can't come into my house basically and be like, you suck, like this sucks.
Yeah.
You very much have the right to just keep it clean.
You know what's totally
positive.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it's interesting though, because we were actually just talking about this. I got a comment on a video just like a day ago or something that like when I was reading it, I don't ever read my comments usually as like, oh, this person it's a bad comment or whatever. But like sometimes tone comes through.
Yeah.
And you're like, there's not anything inherently bad with this comment, but like your tone to me is that you don't like this video. Sure. Kind of thing. Right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? And my whole thing about it is like, you know what? If you're gonna come on and you're gonna say, if you're gonna dish some stuff to me, if you're not gonna whatever, I'm gonna dish it back because it's my house. I'm not rude about it.
Right.
And you know, they're probably like, you suck, stop taking photos. And I'm like, okay. Like whatever. I'll say whatever I want to
guess
say.
I'll
to that.
stop.
Like, yeah. Okay, I'll stop. You're right.
Yeah.
But so that's my philosophy. Like, I'm not rude back to them, but I'm also not going to take it either because it's like, it's my comments. And I also sometimes like to kill with kindness too. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much for loving my content and watching my stuff.
Yeah.
And like supporting the channel and all this stuff. Like really, really nice. And then it turned out just to be like, oh yeah, I love your stuff. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm really confused.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
really sounded, but now so it's, hey man, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah,
still.
exactly.
You know,
I
so-
mean, any comment is good for you.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people say bad comments are great. I mean, because it like stirs up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I don't really buy into that, but
Yeah.
having like a combative community is
Yeah.
interesting.
Well-
But you must get a lot more than we do.
I
just
must
'cause
get a lot of
volume.
shit, bad comments.
Yeah. I mean, you've got
like, your
volume.
shit sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple of things. My camera died. I think you just realize like it's a projection of their own insecurities.
Sure, yeah.
And then you get enough of them, and you just get kind of a thick skin, and
Yeah.
you're like, whatever. I just stopped reading my comments.
Interesting.
Altogether. I don't really read them.
I still think that it's important for me to like. I mean, I think it would depend. If my channel was bigger, maybe I wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
But I think it's still important for me to like engage with almost
Yeah.
every comment.
Yeah.
I try to.
I do too.
But when you've got that kind of volume, it's like,
It's
what are you
true.
gonna do? I mean,
It's
you spend
probably
all your
easier
day doing
for
that.
our volume.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, what's your tat? What's that? Is that TV?
This is a TV. Yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
sick.
I got this.
What's on the
when I was, like
TV?
18. This is a music note.
Oh.
Yeah.
MTV?
Yeah. No.
Oh no.
That's the first thing everyone says. It's
Damn
like,
it! I'm just like everyone.
You're just like everyone. Yeah, you're not unique. Sorry, man.
That sucks.
No. It's like, yeah, no. The story is actually really basic. The
Okay,
story
I love
was,
basic stories.
I drew this tattoo when I was 18 or whatever, and I was like, I want to work in the movies, but the movies always go to TV. So I was like, this is really high level stuff too, guys. It's like, this is like,
no, these are big ideas.
You're blowing
these
my
are
mind.
big ideas.
right. So I'm like, I'm gonna get a TV tattoo. And then so I'm getting it, and the dude was like an apprentice. So it was like pretty cheap. It was like $80 for the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, no, totally.
That's really good.
Oh yeah, totally. And then he's like, hey man, what do you want in the TV?
Whoa.
And I was like, I can have something in the TV. And then I was like, I love music.
Wow.
So a music note.
Oh, that's cute. So it was a of the moment decision.
It was of the moment. Yeah. It was of the moment. We talked about you have the lock one, but you're gonna get a Polaroid. one.
So my guy Pete Madden, he's the goat. His Polaroid emoji is his Instagram handle.
Okay.
He's like one of those guys I met through the Polaroid thing, and I was like, we're just friends. Like
Yeah.
the Polaroid aspect is just a secondary thing. And he had a character like a 50s style SX70 commissioned.
Cool. Okay.
And it is just my favorite character that's been made. He already got the tattoo. I feel like, I'm not sure if I should get the same one, but
But you're gonna have him. You're gonna commission him to make a tattoo, and then you're gonna get that.
yeah,
tattoo.
I would say that's likely.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, I think
Cool.
we're wrapping up
Yeah,
here. But
Like a chicken Caesar, it's a wrap.
Like a wrap. It's a wrap. Well, thank you very much. Is there anything you want to say? Last minute.
Plug.
There you go.
I'll do some plugs.
Yeah,
plugs.
Plug it up.
Okay, we got Plug It Up. In an Instant is the YouTube channel. My Instagram is the.instantgram. Personal account is @Fraternally. Check out Brooklyn Film Camera. Lots of good stuff going on over there, including BFC TV, which
TV.
doing all kinds of wildness on there.
Cool. Well, thank you very much. I hope you had a fun time, and I didn't use the little buttons as much as I did this time. So there you go.
So it'll probably be good.
So it's probably gonna be a good one. Okay.
See you next time.
Bye. Bye.